Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Man, and today I'm your coach for the Texan Clearbodies in Season 1 of the STL, a new league I was invited to by Lev Enema. Lev, he's also a content creator by the way. His information should be linked down below, but anyway, I was invited to this new league called the STL by him, and the STL doesn't actually have a name. The STL doesn't have an actual name to itself. It's just a bunch of letters merged together. So I wonder, what would you guys call it if it was a league named the STL? What would you call it? Let me know down below. That's, I guess, the question of the day. But like I said, I am your coach for the Texan Clearbodies in Season 1 of the STL. Now, for those of you curious how the STL works, it is just like the HBL, except we drafted in the Season 7 of the GBA format, which means that we had a free draft, and yeah, so we had a free draft, and we have free agency and everything else like that. But now, let's go ahead and see, because this is, of course, our draft recap for Season 1, to see what did I pick up, why did I pick it up, and then thoughts I have after the fact. So, without further ado, let's hop into the team builder, where I showcase the Texan Clearbodies draft for Season 1 of the STL. So, the first thing we picked up was Tapu Bulu, because here's the simple reason. Tapu Bulu is fat. It is fat. It hits like a truck. Base 130 attack, 115 defense. Physically defensive, doesn't need very much attack investment. If it has attack investment, it's gonna smack you and murder you. So, why did I pick it up? Because I've used Tapu Bulu in game before, and I like it. I like the Assault Vest set, I like the Leftovers set, I like the Choice Bandit set. Very much, actually. And Tapu Bulu has a lot of good options as far as what it can do, what its role is. For example, he has things like Horn Leech. He has access. He can be run both physical and special, but you'll probably want to run him physical. You can run things like Leech Seed, Protect, Mega Horn, Nature's Madness, Hidden Power for coverage. What else? You got Rock Slide, you have Stone Edge, Subs, Superpower, Swords Dance, Whirlwind, Wood Hammer, Zen Headbutt, and Horn Leech. Are the primary moveset choices. You could also run Toxic Bulky, Leech Seed, Protect, Stally, things like that. So I think the reason I picked up this thing is because it's really fat, and it hits like a truck. Simply put, that's it. Okay, so that is Tapu Bulu. The next draft pick was our Mega, and for our Mega this season, I picked up Mega Alakazam for one reason and one reason only. I like Mega Alakazam. I want to play Mega Alakazam in a league, and I figured let's just have some fun. Let's see where we go. Mega Alakazam, because here, lots of coverage moves. Not the bulkiest thing in the world, but again, base 175, base 175 special attack, base 150 speed, base 105 spadef. So it's a bit special defensive. So you can run it somewhat specially defensive. But the 150, 175 is what I'm picking on right now. Base 150 speed, you are outspeeding pretty much everything. Not 100% everything, but pretty much everything. And the next thing is base 175. Base 175, you hit like a truck. Now, some coverage options for him, for Alakazam, which by the way, Alakazam is a Pokemon that suffers from 4-move syndrome. For those of you who don't know what 4-move syndrome is, there's a lot of coverage options, not enough space to put coverage options on. But Alakazam gets access to things like Calm Mind. If you want to be a setup and sweep, Calm Mind, Dazzling Gleam, Focus Blast, Energy Ball, just to name a few things. Let's go to the list here. Energy Ball, like I said, he can be physical as well, but you don't want to run him physical. Focus Blast, like I said, Grass Knots coverage, HP Grass, HP Ice, HP Fire, HP Electric, HP Water, whatever. Hidden Power of any type. Knock off if you really, really wanted it. Psychic is Stab, Psyshock is secondary Stab, Psycho Cut because physical for some reason, Shadow Ball coverage, Signal Beam coverage, sub 3 attacks, Thunderwave utility. So he could be supportive, he could be offensive, he can be sub 3 attacks, he can be sub Calm Mind 2 attacks. There's a lot of different variations of Mega Alakazam that you can run. And the speed that Mega Alakazam has is complementary to its multiple roles. So that's why I picked up Mega Alakazam, because I wanted to have fun with it. Also, its traceability pretty much mimics the opponent's abilities as well, depending on the opponent I'm in front of. So for example, if I'm facing a Beast Boost Pokemon, then I can trace Beast Boost as I switch into it, and then kill it and get a Beast Boost, just like it can. So I think the traceability is helpful. I think the Magic Guard ability as well is helpful, because he gets my Magic Guard and Inner Focus, which prevents it from being flinched, and then Magic Guard prevents it from taking hazard damage, toxic damage, whatever. So I think Mega Alakazam all around is a heavy hitter and a very, very good asset to this team, and I like it. That's why I picked it up. The next thing I picked up, and the first thing I drafted in this season's draft actually, was the Trojan Broom Minior. Now, for those of you who watch HBL, the playlist to that should be linked in the description, by the way. For those of you who watch HBL, you might have seen my match against Aaron at Aaron 2420. That was the match against the Black Island Infernape, where Aaron took this broomstick and swept with it, and that's basically why I was like, ain't nobody want to take this. I'm taking this before somebody else can take it from me. So I drafted Minior first before somebody else took it from me. But there's one simple rule. There's one simple reason why I picked up Minior. Broomstick. Shields down, convert it to a base 120 speed, Shell Smash once, White Herb it off, and then get yourself into Shields down form, and you just click Acrobatics and sweep, pretty much. Click Acrobatics, click Earthquake, click Acrobatics, click Stone Edge, click Rock Slide, whatever. He has a lot of physically offensive capabilities, but he becomes more effective in Shields down form, which, for those of you who don't know what Shields down is, Shields down at 50% doubles its stats. It doubles its stats, and its shields go down, literally. So base 60 HP, not too bad. Base 100 attack, not bad. Shields down form is base 200. It's like a truck. Base 60 defense, not too bad. Base 100 special attack, mixed offensive capability, good. Base 120 Minior in Shields down form. I'm sorry, these are stats in Shields down form. So base 120 speed, you are being outsped by nothing. Acrobatics kills everything at +2. So the primary set on this thing is White Herb, Shell Smash, Acrobatics, and 2 attacks that are coverage, Stone Edge, Earthquake, Rock Slide, whatever. But simple reason why I picked it up, because Trojan Broomstick. I wanted the broomstick, I have it. The next thing we picked up was Espeon. Espeon, there's one reason, or a couple reasons. One, it's fast. 2, it hits like a truck with a base 130 special attack. Base 110 speed is respectable as well. And then the last reason is its primary role in this team, which is, if I can click on it, which is Magic Bounce. For those of you who don't know what Magic Bounce does, it reflects back hazards, it reflects back statuses, it reflects back, things like Whirlwind, status ailments, Thunder Wave, whatever. It reflects it back. It reflects back Stealth Rocks, it reflects back Spikes, it reflects Whirlwind, it reflects Roar, it reflects everything. So that's why I wanted to run Espeon this season. I wanted to try it out, see what we can do with it. It's also got a lot of coverage options in Calm Mind, 3 attacks, such as Dazzling Gleam, Focus Blast, Grass Knot, which by the way, sorry, not Focus Blast. I thought it got Focus Blast, but I guess it doesn't get Focus Blast. But anyway, Grass Knot, Heal Bell utility if you wanted it, Hidden Power of any type if you need that. Light Screen utility, Morning Sun defensive, Psychic Psyshock for offensive, Quick Attack for priority, not that you would ever run it physical, Shadow Ball and Signal Beam for coverage, sub 3 attacks, Toxic utility, Wish Passing, and Trick with a choice item. So it has a lot of different versatile options as far as running it, but primarily I want to run it with Magic Guard because it's my answer to hazards partially. Okay, the next thing we have is Mesprit. Mesprit I drafted because I figured it'd be fun to pick it up, and I might not keep it. I don't know yet. But Mesprit can be defensive, it can be offensive, it has a lot of different roles to it. He has, again, Acrobatics, Calm Mind, Dazzling Gleam, Energy Ball, Focus Blast, Extra Sensory. So, like I said, physical special, it's got elemental coverage moves on it, and what else? It has Grass Knot on it as coverage, it's got Healing Wish as utility, it has Ice Beam as coverage, Ice Punch as coverage, Knockoff as getting rid of items utility, Psychic for stab, Psyshock for coverage as well, Shadow Ball for coverage, Signal Beam for Signal Beam, I cannot talk. Signal Beam for coverage. It has Stealth Rocks for utility, sub 3 attacks if I wanted it to be, Thunder and Thunderbolt for coverage, Thunder Wave for utility, U-Turn to get momentum. Now, if we look at its stats, if I can click into its stats because I can't find my mouse, but if we click into its stats, base 105 attack, base 105 defense, base 105 special attack, base 105 speed def, physically offensive, specially offensive, physically defensive, specially defensive, fat piece of garbage, 80 speed and 80 HP, respectable, I can make it work. So I think that this Mesprit is a lot of utility. That's kind of why I picked it up as an option for Stealth Rocks, as an option for, momentum, utility, offense, specially offense, physical, whatever. So I have a lot of options with this thing as well, but I may not keep it. I don't know. The next thing we picked up was our Z Captain Mew. Now, I have Mew and Z on here just to showcase that it's a Z Captain. Mew and Z, of course, is banned in GBA Season 7 for obvious reasons. Now, why did I pick Mew, and why did I pick it as our Z Captain? One reason I picked up Mew is because it's a base 100 Pixie monster. Base 100 everything doesn't really give my opponent very much options. I can run this thing physically offensive, physically defensive, mixed, specially offensive, specially defensive, utility, pivot, recovery, utility, lots of different options with this. And the base 100 all-around stats help me do that. Now, the next question is, why did I pick up Mew as our Z Captain? Because Mew gets every single move in the game. Simply put, because Mew gets every move in the game. He gets Z Rain Dance, Z Hypnosis, he gets Z everything. Offensive, defensive. Utility even. Z Hypnosis, Z Rain Dance, Z Sunny Day, Z Roost, Z Tail Whip if I really wanted to. There are some Z moves obviously banned, like Z Celebrate because it's a +3 stat boost, but Mew is very versatile, and just the fact that Mew in general exists with Z capabilities gives me a lot of options. Now, you guys may be saying, well, hey, this is only half your draft, but 4 of your Mons are Psychic type. your knockoff clickbait. I'm aware of that. I am aware of that. I was made aware of that yesterday when I was team building for week 1 of the STL. Spoilers, by the way. I've already built the team for STL. But anyway, I am aware that this is a clickbait knockoff team, and that's why I said I may not keep Mesprit. I may switch it out for like Lantern or something. But again, we'll play it out. I don't know yet. Maybe a free agency in the future. We don't know yet. We'll see. I want to play it out for a little bit. If Mesprit doesn't come to be a helpful draft, I may switch it out for Lantern. I may draft a different Pokemon that covers a lot of my bases a little bit better, and that way I mitigate my knockoff utility. I don't know. We'll see. But again, like I said, that's half our draft. Now let's jump to the second half. The second half kicks off with Nihilego, another Ultra Beast. Now y'all are saying, well, hey, he's obviously going to win. He's got Ultra Beast. Calm down. I only have 2 Ultra Beasts. Do I have 2 Ultra Beasts? I don't think so. I only have 1. Never mind. I only have 1. Nihilego is my only Ultra Beast. My Tapu Bulu is a Tapu. They're different. But I only have one Ultra Beast. Calm down. Why did I pick up Nihilego? Because Nihilego's bulky to start things off. Base 109 HP with a base 127 special attack with a base 131 speed def with a base 103 speed. Base 103 speed is very fast. There are some things that'll outspeed me, but not very many of things. Base 131 speed def, Assault Vest Nihilego all day long. Okay? Base 127 special attack. Offensive capabilities up the butt. 109 speed def, or 109 HP. I'm fat. Let me sit here. Okay? Another reason why I picked up Nihilego, because of its coverage options. Let's go through a couple things. Acid Spray. Good coverage against poison types. Lowers the speed def by 1, so I hit a bit harder against poison types. I also have Clear Smog to deal with setup if I need to. Dazzling Gleam for coverage. Grass Knot for coverage. Head Smash if I really wanted to run physical, but I'm probably not going to. Any hidden power I need. Light Screen utility. Poison Jab physical. Power Gem coverage. And Stab, by the way. Psychic coverage. Side Shot coverage. Protect as utility. Reflect with Light Screen. Resto Chesto if I really wanted to. Sleep Talk if I wanted to do that. Sludge Bomb is coverage. Sludge Wave is also coverage. Another Stealth Rock option here if I really needed it. Sub 3 attacks. Thunder is coverage. Thunderbolt's coverage. Thunder Wave utility. Toxic and Toxic Spikes utility as well. So Nihilego covers a lot of my bases. Coverage against fairy types. It has utility in Stealth Rocks, Toxic Spikes, but Thunder Wave even. It has a lot of different coverage options. It's got a lot of utility options. If I wanted to stack, I can run Toxic and Toxic and Stealth Rocks together, as well as Toxic Spikes. If I really wanted to be a hazard stacker, stally kind of person, I could do that. So, biggest reason, Assault Vest Nihilego. Bulky. Offensive capability. Dangerous. So, that's why I drafted Nihilego, because it's dangerous especially. It hurts. Beast Boost gives it a boost. It sits there. Okay? Next thing we picked up is Donphan. Donphan was a draft because I wanted to have fun. I wanted to play with some things I haven't played with ever. One of the reasons I picked up Donphan is because sturdy, and what it guarantees is that I get Stealth Rocks up. Guaranteed. Ancient Power if I want to be special. Double Edge. Earth Power, especially offensive. Earthquake, stab move. Gunk Shot, coverage against fairies. What else do I have here? I have Fire Fang, coverage against some things. Gyro Ball, more coverage against fairies. Head Smash, hit like a truck. Heavy Slam, coverage against fairies. Hidden Power if I need it. Ice Shard, utility. In priority, Knockoff to get rid of items. Play Rough and Poison Jab. Play Rough is just dark type coverage against like Mimikyu or whatever. And then Poison Jab is another fairy coverage move. Rapid Spin, biggest draft reason. Stealth Rocks, Rapid Spin. He is Hazard Cleric. Okay? Rapid Spin. Rest if I needed it. Focus Sash if I need it, which I probably won't. Roar for phasing. Rock Polish for becoming the fastest little spinning ball top thing that I am. Rock Slide coverage. Seed Bomb. Weird coverage. Stealth Rocks utility, like I said before. Stone Edge coverage. Sub 3 attacks if I needed it. Superpower and Toxic. Superpower because coverage and Toxic is utility. So biggest reason I picked this thing up, as I go to the stats here, biggest reason I picked this thing up, base 90 HP, respectable, base 120 attack, good, very, very good, base 120 defense, physically defensive for days, speed def is 60, I could work with it being a assault vest variant, base 60 speed, or base 50 speed, reason why I'm bulky. Sturdy guarantees I get my rocks up because Sturdy prevents me from getting one-hit KO'd. So, you know, I've got priority, I've got Stone Edge, Earthquake, Ancient Power, Earth Power, Earthquake, lots of different coverage options, Toxic Utility, Stealth Rock utility, Rapid Spin. This mon is a reliable utility. Very, very, very helpful in the fact that I have hazards and hazard clearance with this thing. So, yeah, the next thing I picked up was Manectric. Manectric because I have played with Manectric before. More so often I use the Choice Scarf variant of Manectric, but why do I like Manectric? Because electric immunity and lightning rod, and I have static if I really, really wanted to be cheeky. Choice Scarf allows me to outspeed everything. And then I got a lot of coverage options on the special side. Discharge if I wanted to run it. Hidden Power of any type. I have Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Hidden Power Ice, typically. I have Quick Attack if I wanted to run it. I have Flamethrower and Overheat as coverage. I have... what else? Wild Charge if I want to be physical for some reason and I overshot here. Give me a moment as I find where the mouse is. I have Volt Switch and Toxic as well as Thunder Whip. So I have Thunder Wave for utility. I have Toxic and Volt Switch as well as Thunderbolt, and Thunder. Thunderbolt is probably the primary move. Volt Switch to utility to get momentum. Thunder Wave for speed control. Thunder is just coverage. I have Flamethrower. I have Fire. No, not Fire. I have Flamethrower and Overheat as coverage. I have Signal Beam as coverage. I have Flamethrower as well. So I picked this thing up because Choice Scarf, it runs through teams. It can run through teams. Otherwise, it's got a lot of coverage options. It's a very, very good momentum Pokemon, so I picked it up for that. But let's look at its stats here really quickly. Base 70 HP, not the fastest thing in the world, or not the bulkiest thing. 75 attack, not worried. 60 defense, not bulky. 60 speed def, not bulky. 105 in special attack, 105 in speed, respectable. I can make it work. Respectable, respectable, respectable. Okay? So, that's why I picked that up. The next thing I picked up, as you can see on the screen here, is Landorus, period. I wanted to run Landorus Theory for quite a while, and it seemed like a good draft because I get to run Choice Scarf Landorus Theory, which is probably my favorite set, but Landorus Theory can serve to be defensive. It can be an intimidator, intimidate turn if I need it to be. Lowers physical attack stats, so that's helpful there. He's another Stealth Rocks option. He is a lot of coverage options as well. Earthquake, Explosion if I really wanted to, Focus Blast for some reason, Stealth Rocks, Earthquake, Stone Edge, Superpower, Knockoff, U-Turn, Stealth Rock, Sludge Bomb. So he's got a lot of coverage options. So typically I want to run Stealth Rocks with like 3 attacks or something, but There's a lot of different options I can do with this thing. I could run especially offensive one week if I wanted to. I could run Rocky Helmet Intimidate. I could run defensive. I could run Assault Vest. There's a lot of different options, and these base stats help me complement that. Base 89 HP, respectable. Base 145 attack, I don't need very much attack investment to kill something. Base 90, defense, bulky. Base 105 special attack, can be mixed if I wanted to be. Base 80 speed def, respectable. Base 91 speed, again, respectable. I can run it with Choice Scarf and be good. Intimidate, very, 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 very helpful. But a big reason I picked this thing up was Stealth Rocks, and Momentum, and Intimidate. Okay, and the last thing we picked up for this season of the STL was Galvantula. For those of you who don't know how Galvantula works, most Galvantulas like to run like Volt Switch, Thunder, Coverage Move, Sticky Web. Or like Volt Switch, 2 coverage moves, and Sticky Webs with Focus / Compound Eyes. You run Thunder because Compound Eyes, but and I think that's typically what we end up doing. I have Utility in Disable, I have Coverage in Energy Ball, I have Giga Drain as coverage, I have Hidden Power as coverage, I have Discharge if I want it to be, I have Disable if I want to be an annoying little piece of garbage. I have Light Screen, I have Leech Life now, which actually, now this generation, Leech Life, Galvantula wouldn't be a bad thing. Hidden Power if I wanted to be. Poison Jet for coverage. Pursuit Trapping in Pursuit. Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Thunder, Thunder Wave. Sucker Punch if I wanted to as well. X Scissor and Charge Beam. As well as Camouflage and Bug Bite. But yeah. So I have a lot of options with this thing. I can run it physical, I can run it special, I can run it utility webs, I can run it web leads, I can run compoundized Thunder Smacker, I can run Volt Switch Pivot, I can run Life Orb, I can run Focus Sash, lots of different things. So there's a lot of options with this thing, and then the base 70 HP isn't too bad. It's not respectable, but it's not too bad. Base 77 attack if I really wanted to. Base 60 defense, not really good. 97 special attack, respectable. 60 speed def, Base 108 speed, that's the reason why I want this. Base 108 speed makes it fast as Garchomp actually. Makes it really, really fast. I put up my webs, I sack this thing off. I get HP Ice for coverage, I get lots of different coverage. Thunder Smacker if I get the option. So, yeah. There's a lot of different options with this thing, but yeah, that is the team or drafted team that we're rocking out with this season in the STL. Let me know down below again what you guys think should be the STL's league title, what the actual league should be called, as well as how you guys think I did with drafting. I think I did okay. I probably have room to improve, but I think I did okay. Let me know down below. Let me know down below what you guys would change about my draft, obviously. And I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, then be sure to leave a like. And stay tuned for STL content in the future, because content is to start very, very soon. And if you're enjoying what you see on the channel, be sure to drop a sub so you don't miss out on any other content. Be sure to follow me on Twitter. Link to that is down below, because you never know when I'll change my mind on updates, uploads, whatever. So stay tuned there. But with all that said, I think I'm going to go ahead and call this a video. But until then, or until the next video, this is your coach of the Texan Clearbodies in the Season 1 of the STL. My name is Metagrossman, of course. And until the next video, this is your boy Metagrossman, out of here. Bye, y'all.